From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Tuesday morning. We do have a little bit of good news to pass along when it comes to the fire situation, in that the Tandem Canyon fire is now 100% contained. So we don't have to talk about that one anymore. We can now start off with this Walla Walla River Road fire that's burning in Umatilla County. This one 1,500 acres. We don't have an official percentage when it comes to containment yet, but from the Facebook posts that we've been tracking from this Milton Freewater Rural Fire Department, it sounds like they're having a pretty good time with it, at least in terms of the containment efforts. So again, just a big shout out to all of the agencies that are on the scenes of all of these fires that we're talking about. Now let's move it on. We are having a little bit of a clicker issue, so I'm going to sashay my way over to the Weather Center and we can talk about some of the other fires that are going on. We will move it over to the Retreat fire. There we go. This one is just shy of 30,000 acres. This one is 4% contained, and it is just on the outskirts of Tieton. Still several evacuations in place for this one, level 3s and level 2s, and you can find all of those listed online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. All right, I got the backup. Now let's move on to some of the other fires that are burning within our region. Seems like maybe the backup's having a hard time as well. But anyway, some of the other fires that we have burning, the twin fire that's burning in Yakima, and when I say twin, I mean like twin in comparison to the Retreat fire. It is the Black Canyon fire burning just a little bit outside of Weenus, and that one is just a little over 9,200 acres. It's 89% contained. Now we'll move it down to southern portions of Morrow County, actually technically outside of Morrow County. Now, I do not know what's going on with our computer graphics system, but it is having a very tough time. So let me tell you what, we will pick this up at another time, but for now we're gonna send it to Jill and Jessica as Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
Thank you, Josh. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest right now, the Retreat fire burning in Yakima County has burned nearly 30,000 acres. We have the latest from fire officials.
Aaron Ong, the man from Idaho accused of kidnapping his 2-year-old daughter, is now facing a federal charge. That charge and what the child's mother is saying coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Delal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Tuesday, July 30th.
How's your morning going, Jill?
It's going well.
Yes,
yeah, better than Josh's technical issues going on this morning.
I was laughing at him sashaying.
He's handling it well, yes.
Yes, we'll have all those evacuation updates in just a few minutes, so keep it right here. We're going to start off talking about those fires as well. The Retreat fire, 14 miles southwest of Natchez, has burned nearly 30,000 acres, prompting evacuation notices for nearby residents.
Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke with fire officials for the latest on firefighting efforts and tagged along with emergency officials for an exclusive look at the damage.
More than 400 firefighters are currently battling the Retreat fire, many of them working 16-hour days. Fighting on the front lines, some overnight. A caterer for hot breakfasts and dinners, plus snacks and bagged lunches to go. But all coming back to camp for 8 hours to sleep.
So it's basically work, eat, sleep, and then repeat. We do have shower facilities on site here at the camp as well, so that they can catch a shower in the evening or the early morning.
Winds have fanned the flames, driving the fire east toward neighboring communities.
On the outer edge of the communities, it's about maybe a mile and a half from the closest community of Tieton. 3.5
to 4 miles from Cowiche. Firefighters working to establish a fire line to prevent the fire from getting any closer.
At this point, the fire getting established up in the timber areas where it's tougher to work and extinguish is kind of the challenge, as opposed to the open grassy fuel component areas.
Leaving behind tens of thousands of acres of damaged forest land. The fire no longer burning primarily along Highway 12, but the roadway still closed due to the danger of burned trees and boulders falling into the roadway, going all the way up toward Rimrock Retreat, where the fire started last week, and where Yakima Valley emergency management officials say it destroyed at least 2 homes. The National Interagency Coordination Center reporting firefighting costs already up to $2 million.
The cause is still under investigation, and we don't have an update on that. That's still being investigated by law enforcement.
In the meantime, authorities asking the public to be careful, not to start another fire that could pull crucial resources away from this area and cause even more damage. Reporting in Natchez, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
The Black Canyon fire burning in Kittitas and Yakima counties is now 89% contained. The fire has burned more than 9,000 acres. All evacuation levels have been dropped with this fire, according to Yakima Valley Emergency Management.
Now we go to the Battle Mountain Complex fire. There are level 1, 2, and 3 evacuation orders still in place. These evacuations include parts of Umatilla County and Morrow County. And so far, the Monkey Creek fire, which is part of the Battle Mountain Complex fire, has burned nearly 172,000 acres. And the Monkey Creek fire is just 8% contained at this time and has been burning since July 18th. We go to Yakima now. Investigation is underway after a deadly crash in the county. Police say it was all due to a 3-car crash.
It happened just west of Wiley City. Police rushed to the scene around noon yesterday. The crash was between a sedan, a Pacific Power diesel truck, and a Honda. According to the Yakima County Sheriff's Office, a tandem road at Stanton Road was going to be closed for the rest of the evening. More details will be released later this week, and there's no word yet on any other injuries. Also in Yakima, a health alert from the Yakima Health District. Test results from the harmful algae surveillance program shows a harmful algal bloom at Elton Pond in East Sela. The test results show the pond exceeded the recreational limit of a potent liver toxin. The Yakima Health District has added warning signs around the pond to notify individuals of the toxic algae and that the pond is unsafe for people and pets. Further testing of the pond will be conducted weekly. A Moscow father is now facing a federal charge of international parental kidnapping. This after police say he left the United States for Mexico. Police searched nationwide for Aaron Ong last month after they say he took his toddler camping in Montana. But he never returned the little girl to her biological mother. Ong's girlfriend was also scheduled to fly to Europe with her mom, but left the airport in Seattle just before boarding. Ong, his daughter, and his girlfriend were found in Mexico earlier this month. The toddler's mother tells investigators Ong had been abusive and that she was in the process of taking him to court for not paying child support. People in Pasco say they're getting scam calls asking to pay overdue utility bills. Customers reached out to the city about these scams. Utility officials say scammers are calling Pasco utility customers and requesting payment over the phone. The city of Pasco says it will never ask for card information over the phone, and these calls are usually being made after city business hours. Officials say this is not the first time that they've seen something like this.
If they're demanding or asking for payment over the phone, that's the big telltale sign. So we're asking people, don't give any sort of personal information, your account information. And then if you ever have a doubt, please reach out to us, and then we can verify those calls.
And if you would like to pay over the phone, there is a secure automated system. That number can be found on the City of Pasco's website, along with other official payment methods. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Park Fire in California is now dubbed the 6th largest in the state, and we have the latest. But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your local weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
There was a time when you could get a complete meal for just $5, but you gotta go way back. Well, just a Tuesday. Yes, Tuesdays at A&W, single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. This all-time great deal is available Tuesdays only at A&W.
As a mother and community leader, I know what it means to work hard and make tough decisions. Como miembro de nuestra comunidad, I've seen firsthand the challenges we face. We need affordable groceries, quality healthcare, and safety in our neighborhoods. I am committed to listening and working for everyone in our community. Juntos podemos crear un futuro mejor para el 14th District. I am Ana Ruiz Kennedy. Echémosle ganas. I'll be honored to earn your vote.
Audiologist Jennifer Wright is now caring for patients of all ages at Prosser Ear, Nose, and Throat Center. Her services include audiological evaluations, hearing aid fittings, pediatric testing, cochlear implants, and more. The effects of hearing loss can often be minimized with the correct diagnoses and proper treatment. To schedule an appointment with audiologist Jennifer Wright, call Prosser Ear, Nose, and Throat Center at 509-786-5599 today. This is how we care.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else. Ironic. Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less. That's ironic. Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
I'm Jared Sessler, a Navy veteran, job creator, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message. It was a great honor to receive President Trump's endorsement, and unlike my opponent Dan Newhouse, who joined Democrats to impeach President Trump, I'll be a strong ally for the MAGA agenda. But an even greater honor would be to earn your support. I took an oath to this country when I began my military service, and I kept it. And I'm asking for your vote so I can take that oath once more and serve in Congress as the conservative we deserve.
KFC's fan favorite country fried steak is just $5.99 every Wednesday. It's a complete meal with your favorite sides. Best of all, it's just $5.99. Country fried steak, $5.99, Wednesdays only at KFC.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're just going to pick up where I left off, and fingers crossed that everything goes well in terms of the technology of it all. Okay, so with the Lone Rock fire, just a few active hotspots that are being picked up by the satellite. So this one is, now 73% contained. It's mainly out of Morrow County. We do still technically have level 3 go now evacuations in place for southwest Morrow County. You can find these listed online at applevalleynewsnow.com, just like you can find information on all of these fires. For the Battle Mountain Complex, we're almost done talking about the NF Owen fires. This one's almost completely out. It's 90% contained, but this Monkey Creek fire is still a big issue, only 8% contained. And now this fire alone is above 170,000 acres in southern Morrow County. So we still do have multiple evacuations in place with this one, level 3s, level 2s, and level 1s. And again, you can find all of these listed online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, on to the weather for this morning. Just some light showers that are making their way through Morrow County. Also a few light showers in the Kittitas Valley, also in the Yakima Valley. We'll see if any of this ends up falling on top of the Retreat fire. That would be very beneficial. Air quality right now is definitely not as bad as it was for yesterday morning. Yesterday morning we were seeing air quality that was unhealthy for sensitive groups and just straight up unhealthy for the Yakima Valley. But now it's looking either good to moderate, although there is still definitely some reduced air quality in portions of the Yakima Valley. We do have this air quality alert that goes until further notice. Let's show you what happens with the smoke throughout the rest of today into tomorrow. And you'll notice that there's definitely a lot less on this map as opposed to when we were showing you the smoke forecast graphic just yesterday. So where we do have the biggest reductions in air quality, it would be immediately downwind of the Retreat fire in the Yakima Valley. But the rest of us looking A-OK. Unfortunately, I'm thinking fire impacts are going to go up into the end of this week as temperatures go way up. I'll show you just how hot we trend coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. And in more fire news from across the country, the Park Fire is now the 6th largest wildfire in California history. CAL FIRE says it has burned more than 370,000 acres. The agency says firefighters are starting to get a handle on the blaze, but it's just one of several ravaging areas in multiple states. Also in California, the Boral Fire is devastating historic mining community. Just over a half hour from Phoenix, the Sandstone Fire is proving difficult to contain. And in Colorado, the Alexander Fire is causing evacuations about an hour north of Denver. Around the world now, at least 43 people have died following landslides in southern India. That's according to a local minister where the disaster took place. India's prime minister expressed his concerns over the impact of the landslides and announced compensation for the families of the deceased and those injured. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we take a look at how current mortgage rates are impacting home sales. That's coming up in your Consumer Watch.
I learned the value of hard work right here in these fields as my immigrant parents pick crops. I graduated from Yakima Valley College and Gonzaga, worked for Congress and the state legislature. Now I'm running for state senate because we need someone who will fight for Central Washington. We're losing good paying jobs and warehouses are closing. I'm Maria Beltran, and I ask for your vote because our best days are ahead of us.
Paid for by friends Maria Beltran.
It's time to get moving with a new car from Overturf Kia. The new 2024 Kia Sportage gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with a fuel-efficient gas engine, a gas-electric hybrid, or as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. A new 2024 Kia Sportage with all-wheel drive starts at just $30,990. Plus, get 1.9% interest for up to 48 months. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Adelante. At last, we can finally have someone who understands us in the state senate. Maria Beltran understands us because Maria is from Yakima. The daughter of immigrant parents, she's lived the challenges in our community. She'll fight for us hardworking people, so there's more work with better pay. Maria Beltran. So finally the state senate will have a fighter for Yakima and for us. Maria Beltran. Adelante.
At Mattress Depot USA, we believe everyone is entitled to a good night's sleep regardless of their credit situation. That's why we're approving everyone for up to $1,200 towards the purchase of a new mattress with no credit needed. You spend a third of your life in bed, and a comfortable mattress is essential for providing quality of life. $3,000 credit, 100-day savings cash with no credit needed. Only at Mattress Depot USA.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Live with Kelly and Mark. Zoe Deschanel from Harold and the Purple Crayon. Plus, Finding Love with relationship expert Dr. Karen Gordon.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Man, I'm so excited right now. The greatest group of all time. Name a musical instrument that might give you when you go to hell.
Bagpipes. Celebrity Family Feud, new tonight on ABC.
Hiking with awesome views of the Tri-Cities area. Fly the Northwest tonight.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your business news, a recent study by Bankrate found nearly half of homeowners want mortgage rates much lower before purchasing a new home. Jen Sullivan shows us how current rates are impacting home sales.
It's part of the American dream, owning a home. But it's a dream that has recently been unreachable for many as inflation rates hit a 23-year high.
High mortgage rates and high home prices have really deferred that dream for a lot of Americans. It's just really hard to buy a home right now, especially for first-time buyers.
Jeff Ostrowski is an analyst at Bankrate. They recently conducted a survey with over 1,000 current home buyers and found 47% say they need to see mortgage rates fall below 5% for them to be comfortable purchasing a new home this year. 38% say they want to see those rates at less than 4%. But current rates are much higher than that. According to Freddie Mac, as of last week, a 30-year fixed mortgage rate was 6.78%.
The expectations among Americans aren't really in line with the mortgage rate reality.
The high rates could be turning away potential buyers. Existing home sales slipped in June to 5.4%, according to the National Association of Realtors. While sales are down, prices are up. The median home sale price in June was $426,900. That's the second straight month prices have reached an all-time high.
All those homeowners who locked in their 3% mortgage rates during the pandemic are in no hurry to get another mortgage at 7%, and that's really frozen the housing market.
The good news is many economists predict the Federal Reserve will drop interest rates in September, but Ostrowski says the mortgage market will likely dip before the Fed acts. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the triathlon at the Paris Olympics could turn into a duathlon without the swimming portion. We tell you the reason why coming up next.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
Drive into summer with the rugged Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Summer is for exploring, so get outdoors, kick up some dust, get muddy, or just find that perfect campsite. All from Honda, the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer event.
Join us for Hobby Vibes only at this year's Moxie Hop Festival. Let's celebrate our hop growing community filled with tradition, celebration, community, family, food, vendors, and fun. There's over 15 acts on our family stage and 5 incredible bands in the best 21+ beer garden. Meet up with old friends and connect with new at this year's Moxie Hop Festival, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are tracking some very light showers right now in Umatilla County. It looks like those are exiting the map, and also some very light showers for portions of Kittitas and Yakima counties. Hopefully some of that actually falls on top of the retreat fires. That would definitely help out with the cause. Okay, let's show you what happens for the rest of today with Futurecast. We step this sort of hour by hour, and you can see by lunchtime should be dry. Also, the clouds should be clearing, so we'll end up having a mostly sunny day as we head into the afternoon. So for today, mostly sunny skies will be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. Most of us will end up in the 80s. Also, we'll have winds gusting out of the north and west for Kittitas and Yakima counties, but out of the west and southwest for the rest of us, winds gusting between 20 to 30 miles per hour. For tonight, the wind should calm down for most of us, but still gusting upwards of maybe 20, 25 miles per hour for the Kittitas Valley. Other than that, overnight lows dropping into the 50s and 60s, so pretty cool out there. Skies should be clear. Could have some more haze lingering, though, for Yakima County, especially downwind of the retreat fire. Should be pretty dry for Wednesday and Thursday, but then we're tracking some very small thunderstorm chances for Friday through Monday, and that could spell big time trouble as our fire fuels are about to be a lot more energized into next week as our temperatures are going way up there. We'll have another bout of triple digits in the Tri-City starting on Thursday, and really we're going to be in the triple digits moving forward after that. Looks like the heat will likely peak on Friday as we'll be between 105 and 110. So here we go again, folks. All right, here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We'll have more sunshine for today, triple digits by Thursday, and again, between 105 to 110 by Friday. And then for Yakima, hazy and smoky downwind of the retreat fire in particular, near 105 for Friday, and then some small shower or thunderstorm chances for Sunday and Monday. For Hermiston, lots of sunshine through Friday, highs above 100 degrees for Thursday and beyond. Maybe the clouds could provide us a little bit more shade for Saturday, although the forecast high temperature is still going to be up into the triple digits. Then for Walla Walla, an AM shower chance for this morning, sunny and heating up for Wednesday through Friday, and maybe cooled off by some shower and thunderstorm chances for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Thank you, Josh. And turning to some Olympic news now, the men's triathlon swimming practice was canceled for 2 straight days in Paris. And now the event has been postponed because of poor water quality in the River Seine.
Yeah, Paris had heavy rain on Friday and again on Saturday, and pollution in the river typically jumps after heavy rain.
The men's triathlon was scheduled for today, while the women's was scheduled for Wednesday, but now the men's race has been moved to Wednesday.
Now there is another contingency plan, which involves canceling the swimming leg of the event completely. Now, if they do that, it would become a duathlon, where the athletes will first run, then cycle, and then run again.
More than $1 billion, yes, that's billion with a B, have been spent in trying to clean up Paris's famed river ahead of the games.
I hope they're able to do it.
I know. How can you just clean that river up like in that amount of time, though? I don't know. I like the memes that come up about it, like with the fish, you know, they can't see anything. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's so funny. Please look it up. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, Yakima Valley Emergency Management is providing area residents with a new way to keep track of evacuation zones. We'll tell you about the new evacuation map in just a few minutes.
Plus, he faced controversy as a Richland School Board member and now faces even more as he runs for Washington State Governor. Why Semi Bird's time in the military is now under the microscope. We'll be right back.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course! It's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary sale.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
And now for something totally different. Hi, it's Carrie Isaacson, and I'm running for the Senate seat from the 16th District. I'm standing up for our way of life in this part of Southeast Washington, in our towns, suburbs, and farms. Ballots are due August 6th. You were sent one. Use it. Please vote for me. Visit my website at electcarrieIsaacson.com. Thanks.
Paid for by Elect Carrie Isaacson, Democrat.
Chill or grill on a new deck from Par this season. Get a free Makita Bluetooth radio or portable pellet grill with a qualifying Par deck package purchase of wood, TimberTech, or Trex. Visit par.com for details. Par, go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Exmark mowers were born to deliver legendary reliability, signature cut quality, and stubborn durability that refuses to give in. Because like you, Exmark mowers were built for this. Save big on Exmark Vertex mowers. Take advantage of instant rebates and bonus fleet discounts for a limited time only.
Experience the difference. Liberty Lawn and Saw on Van Giesen in West Richland.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results-oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
It's all
Ultraviolet Safety Month. Remember, UV causes skin cancers. During summer, always wear sunscreen with an SPF of at least 15. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
You deserve a great mattress. Get one now with no credit needed for just $39 down and 100 days same as cash. Only at Mattress Depot USA.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Hiking with awesome views of the Tri-Cities area. Fly the Northwest tonight. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Now, Josh, I was sick inside all weekend, but then yesterday I stepped outside for a moment. I was pleasantly surprised with how cool it was.
Yeah, it feels excellent out there. It's not going to necessarily feel like that for the entirety of the week. Unfortunately, though, we do still have some reductions in air quality to deal with for this morning, specifically downwind of some of those fires in Yakima County. We'll go ahead and take a look at temperatures for this morning. And to Jill's point, it does feel excellent out there. Now, I think she was mainly talking about the afternoon, but of course, during the mornings, it feels pretty good out there with 50s and 60s. Some of us might need a very light jacket for this morning, but you're not going to need that for long as we take a look at we'll take a look at the coat cast in just a second. But first, this isn't a cast, this is just a nowcast of the radar. Very light showers for portions of Umatilla and Morrow counties. Also some very light sprinkles that potentially aren't even making it to the ground in Kittitas and Yakima County. But if they did, this would be in the proximity of the retreat fire. So that would definitely help out with not only containment efforts, but in turn that would help out with air quality. Now on to the coat cast, as there's no coat in sight for this forecast for today, maybe for the very early morning hours, but the rest of the day should be t-shirt weather for the Tri-Cities. So the bottom line for the forecast is that we could have, well, you were seeing it on the radar, some shower chances for this morning. Should be dry later into the day, and then the heat will turn up, not necessarily for today, but by the end of the week. And I'll tell you just how hot we could get coming up a little bit later in the show.
Thank you, Josh. Now turning to some state politics, we are 1 week away from the primary election in Washington. Voters will decide which candidates will remain on the ballot for November's general election.
So that includes the candidates to be Washington's next governor. A recalled Richland school board member is hoping to be the first Republican governor in the state in 40 years.
But Sammy Byrd is now facing new controversy about his time in the military. Jordan Smith tells us more.
Homelessness, housing affordability, and crime. Solve it all by spending less. That's Sammy Byrd's mission, should he be elected to the state's top position. Byrd has plans to audit every department in the state to see exactly how the state's $72 billion budget is being spent, then assess cuts from there. His solution for the surging drug use? Up the ante on drug possession laws.
Fentanyl, methamphetamines, should be a Class A felony. It should be a mandatory minimum prison sentence.
Byrd blames the presence of 3 cartels for the surging number of drugs and overdoses in the past few years, saying that's who these harsher punishments are designed for. But while cartels, not addicts, are Byrd's ideal target, it's difficult to predict how individual cities and police departments would choose to enforce these laws. Byrd's campaign has been surrounded by controversy. In a letter from 2009, Byrd's superior officer in the military reprimanded him for submitting a false performance evaluation to get a promotion. It also accused him of stolen valor. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yards asked Byrd about that.
Is there anything that you would like to say about that?
Love to. And so what we did was we brought out the evidence that actually disproved the negative statements or the defamatory statements that were brought out.
The Washington GOP said Byrd's written response to that memo was, quote, "My actions constitute nothing less than a fraud against the United States Army."
The Washington GOP says that reprimand memo did not result in any official punishment or punitive action by the military.
Byrd was also ousted from his position on the Richland School Board last year for voting in favor of violating the state's mask mandate in February of 2022.
And in more election news, as we enter the start of the season, one thing voters could see on their ballots is Initiative 2117.
The initiative is to repeal carbon cap and invest program measures. Let's Go Washington held an event in Richland to give people a taste of what the initiative is about by cutting down gas prices for 2 hours to reflect the average gas price per gallon.
Apple Valley News Now spoke with the Let's Go Washington spokesperson to find out what the initiative covers.
It's repealing the hidden gas tax, which is what we did here today with 2117, allowing people to opt out of the state-run long-term care program, which takes 0.58% out of every paycheck that you get. It's repealing the capital gains income tax, and then it's protecting natural gas and energy choice for people across the state.
The deadline to vote is November 5th at 8 p.m.
Yakima Valley Emergency Management has launched a new tool.
Yes, it's an interactive map that lets people know if they need to evacuate their homes. You can find it on the Yakima Valley Emergency website. Residents can put in their address to check and see if they're under an evacuation notice.
So areas in yellow are under level 2, get set evacuation notices, which means to be prepared to evacuate. And areas that are in the red zone means it's a level 3, go now evacuation notice.
And then we have green, which is for level 1, there's a fire in the area. And if your house is in the area that has no color, it means you're not in any evacuation zones at that time.
Emergency officials are also urging people to sign up for Alert Yakima, which can give you real-time updates when evacuation notices change for your area.
In partnership with the Yakima County Fire Chiefs Association, the Yakima County Fire Marshal has issued new restrictions to the county-wide burn ban for unincorporated Yakima County.
Effective immediately, all outdoor burning is banned there. The additional restriction is in response to the active and destructive wildfires burning in Yakima County and the hazards posed by high temperatures and dry conditions. The fire danger forecast for Benton County residents is now listed as extreme, and that'll be until further notice.
This means no residential burning is permitted within city limits and adjacent areas. Officials say if the map online states no restrictions, you must call the burn line prior to the burning of any pile.
And this is due to environmental conditions such as wind and inversions that'll prohibit any burning. So for residential burning, call 509-783-6198. And before agricultural burning, call 509-783-6570. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, everyone loves therapy dogs, even firefighters. We've got the story on which organization is letting the dogs out.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have how your day is looking. We'll be right back.
Stacy Lee, KapKView First Alert Weather. Watch tonight.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers on the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Don't wait. Get the deal you can't miss. Lease a 2024 F-150 STX Super Crew for just $399 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer.
I'm Jared Sessler, a Navy veteran, job creator, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message. It was a great honor to receive President Trump's endorsement, and unlike my opponent Dan Newhouse, who joined Democrats to impeach President Trump, I'll be a strong ally for the MAGA agenda. But an even greater honor would be to earn your support. I took an oath to this country when I began my military service, and I kept it. And I'm asking for your vote so I can take that oath once more and serve in Congress as the conservative we deserve.
Summer is here, and it's the best time of year to get a new zero-turn mower from Husqvarna. Husqvarna Zero Turns can tackle any job with commercial quality and professional performance. Wide cutting decks, high cutting speeds, and durable construction are great reasons to choose Husqvarna. But there's more. Now we're offering new warranties up to 5 years and low monthly payment financing that makes choosing a Husqvarna Zero-Turn mower better than ever. Visit Liberty Lawn and Saw in West Richland or online at libertylawnandsaw.com.
Struggling with persistent pain? Board-certified physiatrist Dr. Ralph Lorenzo is now caring for patients at Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic. Dr. Lorenzo brings over 30 years' experience in physical medicine and rehabilitation, specializing in the management and treatment of acute and chronic pain conditions. Start a new path in restoring your quality of life and ask your primary care provider about making a referral to see Dr. Lorenzo. This is how we care.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates.
but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
The Make It Ford summer sales event is on. Amazing offers, like the Built Wild Bronco family. Get the deal you can't miss. Lease a 2024 Bronco Sport Big Bend for just $369 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
A Tri-Cities hike with a view.
By going up, you see all these different views. So by the time you get to the top, you really get connected with the community.
Candy Mountain.
I just love looking at all of that.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Next Live with Kelly and Mark. Zooey Deschanel from Harold and the Purple Crayon. Plus, Finding Love with relationship expert Dr. Karen Gordon.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're seeing some pretty good temperatures out there, pretty comfortable at the very least. 54 for Snoqualmie Pass. We're up into the 60s for Cle Elum and Ellensburg, 65 for Ellensburg. And then for the Yakima Valley, we're seeing a mixture of 50s and 60s. 58 for Toppenish, 58 for Yakima, 62 for Sela. And then into the lower Columbia Basin, looks like it's just 60s for this morning. 65 for Benton City, already a nice comfortable 68 for the Tri-Cities, and then 66 for Boardman. And then into Umatilla, Morrow, and Walla Walla counties, also that mixture of 50s and 60s. 68 for Milton Freewater, 66 for Pendleton, and a little bit cooler up into the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains with 50s for Ukiah and Meacham. A little bit later today, most of us will end up in the 80s. We'll still be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. Also dealing with some very light showers lingering for this morning, but a bit later into the day, especially into the afternoon, should have clearing skies, plenty of sunshine, and some very light haze in the Yakima Valley. Speaking of, well, smoke, and in turn, let's talk about fires now, as today's fire fuel energy compared to historical percentiles only going to be up into the 59th percentile for Yakima and Kittitas counties, only up into the 75th percentile for the lower Columbia Basin, and into the 74th percentile for the Blue Mountains. So don't get me wrong, it's still very dry out there. It's just not as dry as what we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks, but this number is bound to go up as temperatures are bound to go up later this week. I'll tell you just how hot we trend coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Who let the dogs out? Well, the Oregon State Fire Marshal's Office did. They brought in first responder therapy dogs for its firefighters.
Proby and Barney have been providing frontline comfort and support to help with firefighter mental health as they continue to battle fires this fire season. The Oregon State Fire Marshal's Office says the therapy dogs have been guided by their handler assistant chief deputy Amber Cross with OSFM.
Fire officials say the therapy dogs have been making a difference in the lives of their firefighters by helping them stay strong and resilient.
The National Horseshoe Pitchers Association World Tournament is underway in the Tri-Cities.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we'll hear from a 27-time world champion competing at the event. Keep it here. We will be right back.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
I learned the value of hard work right here in these fields as my immigrant parents pick crops. I graduated from Yakima Valley College and Gonzaga, worked for Congress and the state legislature. Now I'm running for state senate because we need someone who will fight for Central Washington. We're losing good paying jobs and warehouses are closing. I'm Maria Beltran, and I ask for your vote because our best days are ahead of us.
Paid for by friends Maria Beltran.
Exmark mowers were born to deliver legendary reliability, signature cut quality, and stubborn durability that refuses to give in. Because like you, Exmark mowers were built for this. Save big on Exmark Vertex mowers. Take advantage of instant rebates and bonus fleet discounts for a limited time only.
Experience the difference. Liberty Lawn and Saw on Van Giesen in West Richland.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Hiking with awesome views of the Tri-Cities area. Fly the Northwest tonight.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest, talking about some community events now. Kennewick is hosting some of the world's greatest horseshoe pitchers.
The National Horseshoe Pitchers Association World Tournament kicked off on Monday at the Toyota Center.
This is the first time the Horseshoe World Tournament has taken place in the Tri-Cities, and it's lasting all week long. There's top-tier competition, and it's open to the public.
We sat down with 27-time world champion Alan Francis, who says even if you haven't seen it happen before, to come by and take a look.
Kind of the casual player who's not been around horseshoe a whole lot will maybe be surprised at how good some of the players are because it's a tough sport.
Qualifiers and practices are happening until Wednesday, and the finals take place Thursday through Saturday. Also, Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown is still going down. We're looking for the best restaurant in our area.
We started out with about 3 weeks ago with 64 restaurants, and after 3 rounds and more than 5,000 votes, only 8 restaurants remain.
So to vote for your top 4 restaurants, using your mobile phone, scan the QR code that's on your screen right now, or if you'd rather use your desktop or laptop, go to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com, click on contest and select Restaurant Showdown.
After voting, be sure to enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. There's more information at applevalleynewsnow.com.
And keep it here, we've got the Morning Sprint coming up next.
But first, here's what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, how to spot a travel scammer.
When I went in to book, I realized that 165,000 points had been stolen from my account about 3 months earlier.
Anderson says those points for the flight she was booking equal to more than $1,500.
I was extremely angry. I had been saving these points for over 10 years.
Experts warn loyalty accounts can be an easy target for hackers with personal information that they've accessed through data leaks.
The way the hackers are getting into these accounts is pretty straightforward. With a simple name and a password, you're typically gaining access to these sites.
And the payoff for scammers can be high. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more on the warning signs to look out for to keep those travel points and miles safe from scammers. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
Wake up with delicious O's and the taste of real honey. For big smiles, little smiles, and good for the whole family smiles. Cheerios.
Soon after starting my career, I felt stuck. That's when I found National University. Enrolling at NU empowered me to build my dream career.
Stay ahead of your moderate to severe eczema and show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Now, the morning sprint.
It's now time for your 6 o'clock morning sprint. We'll start with your national headlines.
In an interview yesterday, former President Donald Trump said he would, quote, probably end up debating Harris. He then said he could, quote, make a case for not doing it. When asked why, Trump said because voters already know everything about both candidates. Trump previously agreed to debate Biden a second time in September on ABC.
The list of potential running mates for Vice President Kamala Harris just got a little shorter. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper has taken himself out of consideration as a VP pick for the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee. He said the timing of this national campaign is not right for himself or for North Carolina.
He also said he was honored to be considered and support Harris' campaign. Cooper was viewed as one of the top contenders for the role. The Harris campaign declined to comment. In your business headlines, a new poll shows 54% of renters think they'll never be able to afford a home. The housing market is facing an affordability crisis because of surging home prices and high mortgage rates.
When it comes to age, younger Americans are more hopeful the situation will change. The poll found 53% of adults younger than 45 who want to buy a home believe it's likely that will happen eventually. And that's compared to just 32% of people older than 45.
A health alert now out of Yakima County. Test results from the Yakima Health District shows a harmful algal bloom at Elton Pond in East Sela.
Results show the pond exceeded the recreational limit of a potent liver toxin. YHD has added warning signs around the pond to notify people that it's unsafe for them and their pets, and tests will be conducted weekly.
The FDA approves a simple blood test as a screening option for colorectal cancer. The Shield test is known to be about 88% effective at detecting stages 1, 2, and 3, but can only detect the presence of the cancer. It's for adults age 45 and up with an average risk for the disease.
It works by detecting tumor DNA in blood samples, and your doctor would have to order it for you. The price has not been announced, but it does meet the requirements for Medicare reimbursement. It's expected to launch this week.
Now here are the top 5 local stories you need to know this morning.
There are more than 400 firefighters working 16-hour days to put out the retreat fire southwest of Natchez. So far, fire officials say they've been able to protect many of the structures threatened by this fire. Right now, the priority is establishing a fire line between the flames and structures on the outskirts of Tieton and Cowichy.
Yakima Valley Emergency Management has launched a new interactive map to let people know about evacuation zones. Residents can put in their address to check and see if they're under an evacuation notice. Areas in yellow or under level 2 get set, which means be prepared to evacuate. But areas that are in the red zone means it's a level 3 go now evacuation order.
The Yakima County Fire Marshal has issued new restrictions to the county-wide burn ban for unincorporated Yakima County. Effective immediately, all outdoor burning is banned over there. The additional restriction is in response to the active and destructive wildfires burning in the county and the hazards posed by high temperatures and dry conditions.
The fire danger forecast for Benton County residents is now listed as extreme, and this means no residential burning is permitted within city limits and adjacent areas. Officials say if the map online states no restrictions, you must call the burn line prior to the burning of any pile. This is due to environmental conditions such as wind and inversions that will prohibit any burning.
Pasco residents are being targeted by scammers. City officials say scammers are calling Pasco utility customers and requesting payment over the phone. The city of Pasco says it will never ask for card information over the phone, and these calls are usually made after city business hours.
Trending now, we just showed you a little bit of the men's gymnastics team, but the internet is loving the pommel horse guy.
So Steven Nedoroskic is the only pommel horse specialist on the USA's men's gymnastics team.
When he wasn't on the pommel horse, he could be seen sleeping on the sidelines.
So one viewer who goes by Meg Wright's Books posted to X that he, quote, just sits there until he's activated like a sleeper agent, rips off his glasses like...
And today he's literally just hanging out until it's time for, you guessed it, pommel horse.
Yeah. Goes on the pommel horse, goes back, wins the medal.
I love that.
I know, it's so funny.
That's having a slow heartbeat. That's having ice in your veins. So just kudos to him.
Oh, you about to do a pommel horse with your weather, Josh?
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
We'll try. All right. Right now, the rain is. I don't know how I can incorporate the word pommel horse into here, but how about this? It's exiting. It's exiting the region right now. Just some very light showers in Umatilla County and also some very light sprinkles for portions of Kittitas and Yakima counties. We'll put this into motion with Futurecast. By lunchtime, there's not going to be much on the map. In fact, we'll see some clouds starting to split apart, and it should be mostly sunny skies as we head into the afternoon. So for today, we'll be about 5 degrees below average. Most of us in the 80s. Pretty good air quality for most spots, except for some haze immediately downwind of the retreat fire in Yakima County. Winds will gust between 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusting out of the northwest for Kittitas and Yakima counties, out of the west and southwest for the rest of us. And then for tonight, skies will continue to be pretty clear, maybe some more haze in portions of Yakima County, but other than that, temperatures dropping to the 50s and 60s, a little brisk out there, and also the winds calming down for most spots except for up in the Kittitas Valley. They could still gust upwards maybe 20 to 25 miles per hour. We'll be overall dry for Wednesday and Thursday, and then we're tracking some very small shower chances for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and with that comes the chance for lightning, and that spells trouble potentially as fire fuels are going to be very energized into next week as our high temperatures are going to be way up there, back into the triple digits for the Tri-Cities. The heat wave will likely peak into Friday between 105 to 110. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. More sunshine for today, triple digits by Thursday, between 105 to 100 by Friday. For Yakima, hazy and smoky downwind of the retreat fire, near 105 for Friday. Small shower and thunderstorm chances for Sunday and Monday. For Hermiston, lots of sunshine through Friday, highs above 100 for Thursday and beyond. Clouds maybe keeping us a little bit cooler for Saturday. I know the air temperature doesn't say so, but maybe we could have a little bit more shade. And then for Walla Walla, an AM shower chance for this morning, sunny and heating up for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Cooled off by some shower and thunderstorm chances for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Pommel horse.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find more on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is next. Have a great day.
Pommel horse.